All right, Dr. B here, working on project 3. This is a choral score. So in the file section of Canvas, we are going to grab the PDF of Philip Arthur Simmons. He's done a Christmas medley, and we are going to create the score from page 5 on. 5 through 16, and hopefully lay it out maybe just a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to go to page 5 here. I'm going to copy and paste Christmas medley, and we're going to go to Dorico. We're going to create a new, and we are going to do a choral score. We have, what do we have? We have piano SATB. So we are going to do that real quick. Choir SATB with piano. What key are we in? We're in the key of F. So I'm going to drop that down to F major. Our time signature is 4/4. And we have 144 bars. Over here, I'm going to put the title, Christmas Medley, and the composer is Philip Arthur Simmons. I'm going to go ahead and create project. And there it is. Okay, so here is our document laid out for us. We are ready to start putting in notes. As you can see, we have 7 measures of just solo piano stuff before our staff gets split into SA, TB, and piano. So first we just have solo piano, 7 measures. So let's set that up. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the 8th measure, I'm going to click Shift. What am I going to click? Not that. I'm going to come over here. Where do I want to be, Angel? I said, where do I want to be? Where's my cast off button? I don't know either. It's in engrave mode. I'm going to go over to engrave mode, and I'm going to hit move to next system. I'm also going to do that on measure 4. All right, so now I've got a system of 3 and a system of 4, which is exactly what I want. Now I need to hide the soprano, the alto, the tenor, and the bass. How am I going to do that? So the way to do it is to go Command Shift L for layout options. And we are going to go to Manual Staff Visibility. States and Systems. So I'm going to drag a box, click, hold, and drag a box around my first system, hit Command Shift L, go to Staffs and Systems, and I want to none of these things. I want to come down here and show I'm going to put in my piano part first. All right, I have grace notes to start. It won't let me put in grace notes. I need to put in 16th note grace notes. C, D, E. What is it doing? Weird. All right, I don't like that slash. I want to get rid of that slash. So I'm going to do it down here in my properties panel. Grace notes. And change it to there from the slash. And now I can put in my notes. No. I'm gonna select my stem and hit R, 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 R. I'm a pirate. I'm gonna hold Shift and click on my first note. Command C, Command V. Boom! Double click, move over a dash, Q for chord, CFA. So didn't want to do that. I love how Dorico by default changes your rhythmic value. I think that's an octave too high. All right, we got our first notes in for piano. Because I'm lazy or smart, I'm gonna copy that, paste that, Command Option down, get it in the right register. C, F, nope, F, C, F, Option Command down arrow. Oh, that needs to be a quarter note. Oh, four will change to my 16th note. All right, line one is in. Now, because of that, I should be able to hide my empty choral staves. Aha! Here's how you do it. You select your system break so that it's nice and dark purple. Hit enter. And then we can say hide soprano, hide alto, hide tenor, hide bass. And hit OK. And now we only have the piano part. And then in measure 8, it comes back. So we're going to highlight that, hit enter. And we're going to show, hit OK. And we're back. So now you can go ahead and put in your piano parts and your vocal parts. Now, scrolling through the score, it looks like we stay SATB with piano all the way until measure 35. At 35, we have another piano solo for 8 measures. And then at 43, voice is back. So let's set that up. So we need a system break at measure 35. '28, '29, '30. The 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, 35. Shift S in engrave mode. We'll insert that system break. We're going to do the same thing at 39. Or we can hit this move down to the next system button. We want that for 4 measures. And then we can hit move down to the next system. And then we're going to just do the same thing. We're going to go here, enter or return. Click the buttons for soprano, alto, tenor, bass, and hide. Hit OK. And then we're going to come back here at 43. When we want them all to come back, hit return. Show. Faux show. And it's back. Okay. We do that again at measure 76. For 5 measures. Shift S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift S. Hide. And at 81, we're back in. And it stays that way until 105. We get another 5 measure solo for the piano. Shift S, enter, hide. Shift S, enter, show. All right. And then from there to the end, it's always together. So we've set that up. Now, if you wanted to, you could lay out all your measures to be exactly like they are here. So on line 3, we have 7, 8, and 9. What did I do wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this needs to drop to the next system. I need to remove the staff break there. Oops, I need to bring those back. I was off by 1 measure. There's 3 types of people in this world, Angel. Those that can count and those that cannot. All right. So 7 and then 10 is our next system that we want. And then 13. And then 16. $19, $22. I see a pattern. There's probably a faster way to do this. $22, $23, $24, $25, $26, $27, $28, $31, and here the pattern changes. 35, already ready for us. 39, already done. 43. Okay, next is 48. For 3, for 4, for 5, for 6, for 7, 48. We're going to select it, hit Shift S in the engrave mode, and it drops us there. And then we need to do one for 52, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So we've gone from every 3 measures to every 4 measures. 56. On to 60, 64, 68. 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, 81. Already done for us. 85 is next. 89. 93. 97. 101. 105, 110, 115, 119, 123, 127, 131, 135, 139. I really don't like how he did this. So I'm going to be a punk, and instead of doing 143, I'm going to do 142. So it looks decent and doesn't have this big gaping hole at the end. Yeah. Still has a big gaping hole at the end. I might fill that in later. All right, so through the magic of cooking on television, we fast forwarded, and now all my staves are lined up, and we can start putting in notes. So, start putting in notes. I don't think there's anything in here that we haven't already covered. Maybe this bar line, but you can just change it with the bar lines. Bar line's over here. Let's do one of those real quick. This is measure 115. We have a at the end of 115, I'll measure 118. We have a double bar line that looks like that. And boom, there it is. There's a couple time signature changes along the way. So go ahead and put in notes, and we'll pick up from here next time. All right, Dr. B here for showing you part 2 of the choral project that we're doing, project number 3. I just went in and put the first 31 measures of the soprano and altos. It didn't take very long, and I thought that I would show you kind of what the process is like. So I just ended up on measure 31. And then we get a key change at measure 40. So I'm going to go ahead and put that key change in now. I'm going to select this measure, and I'm going to come over here to key signature, and we're going to go to 2 sharps, and now we are in the key of D. And then I'm going to continue putting in my vocal part in 43. I have my MIDI keyboard connected, and I'm going to use keyboard shortcuts 5 for my 8th notes, 6 for quarter. I'm going to hit my period to dot it, back to 5, 7 for my half note. I messed up somewhere. Oh, I have a time signature change that I didn't put in. Oopsies. Okay, so along with our key signature change, we got a time signature change right here. We need to go to 3/4. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. B3, we need 5 for 8th notes. Wrong measure. How'd that happen? Ooh, I did not like that. When we did that, it sucked this up. So I'm going to try to outsmart it by putting in some notes. And then we're going to come back here and say we're in 3/4. There we go. Okay, I'm going to hit period for my dotted quarter. Then I'm going to go 5, 7, back to 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 6, period, 5, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we have a split stave. No! I'm going to go ahead and put in the soprano by hitting 5. 6, 5, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7 with a dot. All right, we're back to one voice again, so I'm going to hit 6. Then I'm going to go back to the soprano. 7, 5, 6 with a dot. 5, 7, 5, 7, 6. I'm waiting for 6, 7 to come. It's not happening yet. 5. Oh no, I put it all in the wrong number. Seven with a dot. And then the piano is out. But my staff doesn't show that. What the heck? Okay, 81. Is my next choral entry. What is going on here with piano? Let's go to 72. off by 1. Darn it. Okay, I'm click, hold, drag a box. Cut. Paste. Somehow my formatting has gotten messed up. And we're measure off. So I'm going to select this measure and I'm going to hit Shift S in engrave mode. And then I'm going to delete this one. Now we have 72, but we need 76. So I'm going to make Shift S again and delete this one. So now I got 72 and 76 on the correct line. We're going to have to hide those empty staves again. And then we're back to measure 81, although it is still in the wrong spot. Need to hit Shift S. Delete that system break. Why is it still doing this?
What's it doing?
It's not giving me... There we go. 81. Oh, my systems are messed up. I'm going to have to redo them. But that's all right. We'll get on that. All right, so 43 is where it's supposed to be. 48 is where it's supposed to be. Then 50 is not. So I'm going to take that system break out. I'm going to move this up 1 by being in engrave mode. Move up to next system. No, that didn't. Move to previous system. There we go. Okay, so 48, 52, 56. We need 60. 56, 58, 59, 60. We're going to move that down. Okay. After 60 is 64. 60, 64. 64, 68. 72, 76. 81. 85. 88. Oh, it needs to be 89. All right. Well, that's interesting. 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. 93 should be down there. 89, 93. 89, 93. Need 97, 97. 101. 105. $110. I don't know how much this matters that we do this now. It's just easier for me to kind of see where everything should fall. So if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. Goodness sakes, are we done yet? 139. $135, $139. All right. And I'm going to leave that ugliness. Oh, it should have ended at 144. And it inserted a bunch of measures. Through 144. Edit, delete. I should have hit delete bars. Edit, delete bars. Gone. And this needs to go away. Edit, delete bar. There we go. Alright, so we should be back where we left off. Alright, we got through measure 75. Uh-oh. Okay, measure 76. Oh man, goes to piano only mode until 81. So I'm gonna click, hold, drag a box around that stave. I'm gonna right click staff and hit manual staff visibility. Edit menu hides the rest.
It's like you broke off your computer screen,
right?
made it into a tablet.
Let's see. Let's make it to a fairy. Hey, let me.
You know what? So it let you, but not me.
Okay. So does it have something to do with it? So which ones did you want me to?
So it's gonna be this. I want this moved back.
Is that one supposed to be 5?
So let me show you. So these 3 measures.
There we go. Okay.
In the whole staff that are just 3 measures. The rest is in 4s.
So
That is not what we wanted.
So everything else needs to bump up.
Yeah.
Is there one that's 5 on that one?
That is what we wanted.
No, but there's another 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so our vocal part comes back in 81, singing Silent Night. And we had a key change in 77. This might mess everything up again. Let's see. We're going to the key of 1 sharp. Okay, so 81, we're back in Silent Night. Here we go. I'm gonna hit dot for my dotted quarter.
Is the one that's 5 on the second page?
Oops. 5,
We have to look at your PDF file.
6,
There you go.
7 dot.
No, there's supposed to be one that's 5 on the next page.
No, there shouldn't be any of them that is 5.
We're gonna put that all in, so I'm gonna click, hold, and drag a box around it and hit R.
3 in the stack.
How do I move
Is
the
there one
hustler
that's
above
one
the
by
rest?
itself? 'Cause
Flip it, right click it.
can we take a look at
Yeah.
at your score?
It might be at the end. I'm just thinking. No, this is 4.
It only says link or unlink.
1, 2, 3.
What mode are you in?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Great.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know.
1,
Let's
2,
see.
3, 4.
What you definitely should do, though, is listen to your playback before you turn it in.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference or what?
Well, people are turning in stuff that's like way wrong, and if they would have just listened to it, they could have heard, oh, that didn't sound right. Maybe I screwed up. Let's double check. Oh, yeah.
Am I one of those people?
I haven't gotten to yours yet.
It looks like it though. Even if it looks different, it'll sound different or what?
Well, the notes are different, yeah.
Cool. Oh, there we go. I'll do that too. I don't know. If you ever
All right, 6, 5, 5 dot. That's not right. 6, 5, 6 dot.
airdrop, turn up. Hold, tap,
5,
hold,
6 dot.
everyone.
5, 6, 7 dot.
There you go. There's your fixed button. And you just gotta open it in dark.
We're gonna do that again. So
There you go.
I'm gonna hold shift, highlight it all, and hit
I
R.
don't know what's wrong with your card though. Yeah, why it's not? Because it automatically updates itself.
But it has the buttons.
But does hers automatically update? Here I'm gonna put in the soprano. Excellent.
How to make a Christian movie?
piano only until 110.
Crescendo, you select the note that you want to start, and then right here on your homepage, down here it should tell you what version you're on. We have the exact same version.
Huh.
So you, yeah, it's the note you wanted to start on, and then the note right before you want it to end. And then you go into that palette, the little forte sign. And then the other way of doing it is if you already have crescendo on screen, you select it and then you hold Alt and click on a note and it'll create the exact same one. So hold Alt or Option and click on a note over here. You just click on any note.
Supposed to go on this one.
See? So yeah, it is option.
I could probably go back and highlight all this, but with my piano chops, it's probably just as fast for me to re-enter it. That's why you need to take piano and get proficient at it. Ah.
Can you make
How do you know you showed it?
Yeah.
Alright, so you grab this dot here, and
Oh, I got off.
and then once you have that range selected, if you want to like fine tune it more, you go into engrave, and you can grab these handles, and then these handles will, like just using the arrow keys, you can line up and so option by itself moves tiny steps, big steps, and then you can tilt it up, you can tilt it down. That's the
Time
middle
signature
handle.
change.
The top and bottom handle will control how wide you can control how wide the mouth is.
Time signature change again. No. That's only going to occur for one measure, and then we're going to be back in 4/4.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm just trying to stuff.
I'm gonna check downstairs, see if there's anybody down there. Doesn't know I'm up here.
All right, so that was it for my note entry for soprano.
Let's go and continue. So this is the first verse. The second verse is I'm gonna do that. So you gotta go back and copy and paste and recopy. If that does that to you.
All right, I'm going to put in my bass notes, and I'm in measure 8. I'm going to put them in the bass staff because they are in the bass clef. So really, I'm putting in bass and tenor.
So you're there next.
Starting with 5, 6, 5, 6,
If it does that to you.
5, dot, 7, no 6.
Is it blessed? Then just go back and copy paste the lyrics and keep going.
5.
So you can, let's go back to where your lips are at. Where you're copying from, or that page. So you can copy these two lines.
Nope. Where did I go?
You can just keep going. Is that at the end? Is
Yeah,
all
that
of
was
it?
it. The last couple of lines.
Both of them?
5. Dot.
Let's see. So the,
Oh, yeah, both of them, yeah.
3 to 4. 6.
it's fine.
5.
He's in the student lounge just typing away.
Let's
3.
look at your
Five.
score. Let's see how far the
6.
score.
Should restart them.
So let's go to the
5.
score. The PDF.
6 dot. 4.
Oh.
5.
You did have some space.
6.
So
5. 6.
Because that O is not supposed to be there.
5.
It's supposed to be.
we're gonna copy from O onwards.
5. 6. Right arrow. 5.
This is where I like printing out the scores so you can
6. 5. 6. 5. 6. 5. Dot. 4.
Every once in a while I'll double check.
6.
Make sure my letters are lining up with what the score looks like.
5.
Make sure
4. 5. 7. 5.
That's why.
6. 5. 6. 5. Dot. 4.
you need help with anything, Brian, or you good?
5.
I'm kind of good. The only thing is
4. 5. 5.
my
4.
measures have shifted one.
5. 7. Okay, piano is in.
I would finish putting in all the notes, and then that way, like, because the measure will keep on shifting.
All right, welcome back. We are trying to finish up this choral score project, project number 3. And we have this Jingle Bells box that we need to put in. And we're going to put that in measure 8. So in measure 8, we need to make sure we select the notes. We're going to hit Shift and X to get a text box. We're going to type Jingle Bells. I believe there's an exclamation point. Ooh, there's a comma after jingle. That looks a little bit large of a font. I'm going to knock that down to 8, 9. We'll go with 9. I'm going to come down here to the panel at the bottom. And I'm going to hit border. And by default, it drew a box around it. We want a rectangle, but if you wanted to change that, you could change that style. That's how we do that. All right, also on our original, we have all this stuff that we need to get into our original. So we're gonna go back to Dorico and we'll hit Command I. And we're gonna get all this fun stuff. So the dedication is for the Concord Baptist Church Community Group Choir. I'm going to copy that and paste that. And then we got this little subtitle here. So I'm going to copy that and paste that. And we already have our composer in. We need to put in our copyright, which I think I accidentally just copied. I'm going to take that out there. Okay. Anything else we need? I'm not going to put that catalog number in. I don't care that much about it. All right. So I'm going to hit apply. Close. You'll notice nothing changed. Ooh, we did get a little copyright box there that needs to be extended. Now you're only going to be able to do this with frames if you have Dorico Pro. So if you need to make adjustments to this, you're going to have to come into the Idea Lab or get a trial or download and purchase and download Dorico Pro. All right, so now that shows up. Excellent. Okay, so we need to add a token to get our dedication up there. So over here, I'm going to delete this box because I don't need it. We've got our frames here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make this frame a little smaller and make this frame bigger. And right here, I'm going to edit the frame contents. I'm going to lower the font a little bit there. Up here in a small font, I'm going to put that bracket, the @ project, dedication, @ that bracket, and click out of the box. It's there, but it is way too big. Somehow that got back on 18-point font. Put that at 12. Still way too big. I'm going to knock that down to 8 at least. It looks like they have that font italicized. So I'm going to click this drop down and make that italicized. There we go. Looking a little better. All right, we need our subtitle in there. So I'm going to do bracket @ project subtitle @ closing bracket. And I'm going to make that, let's go with a 12-point font, see how that goes. Sweet, it's there, but we need to mess with our frames a little more. So it doesn't get cut off. So with this frame, I'm going to drop that frame a little bit so that I can move that frame and move that frame. Uh-oh. It's there. You know, I'm gonna hit an enter in there. See if that does anything. There we go. That's what we want. And holding down the tilde button, I can see what it will actually look like when we print it. Looks like I left off the F on featuring. Gotta fix that. Nice. It looks like they've italicized, however. I'm not sure that I can do that. Ooh, here's one for you, Angel. How do we italicize certain parts of a subtitle?
So instead of making a subtitle, I would just make it to a text
Text
box.
box. We might have to do that.
Different parts of the, because as the token will just, it has a default.
We're just going to paste this as text instead.
It's the easiest way to do it. There's ways you can make the tokens work.
Change that to italic. Does jingle bells really have a comma after jingle? All right, how's that look? Good enough, says I. All right, we need to put a title in, or sorry, a tempo in. We'll go back to write mode, hit the first note, hit Shift T, dashing with an exclamation point, and our quarter note is supposed to equal approximately 120. I'm just going to copy this right now. I'm going to come back over here. And with our tempo here, we are going to want to put metronome marked shown is approximate. We want to change this to 120. And we want it parenthesized. Look at that. We did it. All right, so that's how we do that. Okay, just for fun, I'm going to try to copy these lyrics here. And put in the lyrics for this first line. Shift L. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Boom. So you can go ahead and put that in. The basses have their own. I'm going to click on the stem to get both notes highlighted. Shift L. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. I'm just simply pasting each syllable in. All right, now I need to get rid of those empty staves in the middle. And the way I like to do it is to click, hold, and drag a box. Double click or right click. Go to staff. Go to manual staff visibility. And I like to hide the tenor, hide the alto. Hit OK. And they are gone. I still got to go put in my accompaniment part down there. All right. Now I want to go over this note head where we say, hey. Hi, hi, hi. We need to have a note head that is an X note head. So I'm going to highlight the note, right click or double click, and I'm going to change my note head to be what do I want? Crosses. I want X note heads. Like that. And then you'll notice that there's a little apostrophe mark after the hey. That is going to be found over here in our right panel. But where? It's an articulation. There it is. It's under ornaments. Is that true? There it is, right there. It's called a plop bend. Is that what we're calling it? Let's try this one. A fall bend. It's a fall bend. But we want a fall bend short, I think. Yeah. That's what we want right there. All right, what else do we need to finish this? They've got chords in, chord symbols. Let's put some of those in. So I clicked on the keyboard here on the right panel for popovers and chord symbols. We want F, add 2. And there we've got it. F, add 2. Let's put another one in on this rest. Angel tells me the shortcut is Shift Q. Boom. Next is B flat. Shift Q, B flat. There we go. I think you should have everything you need to be able to finish this project. If not, let me know. I'm just gonna go. Oh, we gotta insert the graphic of the the arrow. After 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. I think they have an arrow here just for an ease of page turn for the future. So they only put one staff system plus the piano accompaniment part so that we can start fresh and get 3 lines on the next page. So there's an arrow. I've put a screenshot of that arrow in the folder on Canvas. So just for fun, let's try this. We want that arrow right here. But we only have 72 through 79 on this page. We're going to have to do some staff manipulation here. I'm going to click this. I'm going to go to engrave mode. And I want to create not just a staff break, but a frame break. Is that true? Yeah, so I selected those and hit Shift F to get that knocked on the next page. So now I'm going to go back to write mode, I think. And I want to put in a graphic. How am I going to put in a graphic? I know, I'm going to go to engrave mode. I'm going to click frames. Again, this can't be done with Dorico Elements or Dorico SE. And then I'm going to click this box. I'm going to click, hold, drag. And I've created a graphic. I'm going to click in, double click. And it says, where is your graphic? And I'm going to tell them it's on my desktop as a screenshot. And there's my arrow. I can click the borders of that and align that wherever I want, changing the size or I want it to be. Let's look at the original. The original takes just over the width of a measure. Something like that. So there you got it. Good luck on finishing the project and let me know if you have any issues, and we'll start our project number 4 shortly. Thanks.